Hi, Finance and Coffee, and this is take two. We've had some technical difficulties with regards to the sound. So hopefully if you guys have tuned back in and let us know if the sound is okay or not. So, take two. We've got a special guest today, Ben Perham, head of personal banking from Macquarie. Thank you very much. I was trying to remember not to bugger that up, and unfortunately I bugged that up again, so I do apologise.
I'm thrilled to be here, Dien. Thanks for having me on your show, and thanks for being here in our studio.
Yeah, this studio in my place is awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
So, you know, guys, you've seen me on pretty much every Friday. This is the first time I've actually had makeup on my face as well, which is pretty cool because I think my my head was a little oily there.
Okay.
But anyway, back to business.
Great.
We are now in week 3, and you know, a lot's been happening since when the Royal Commission was obviously first recommendation was first announced until what it is today.
It's been a roller coaster, hasn't it? It's been it's been all the highs and lows for the whole industry. Obviously, there's a bit more clarity now, although I think probably there's still a bit more change to happen before it's all settled.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I mean, when it was first announced, I think a few people thought it was Magaden. Then last week, it looked like we had a, I suppose, the goal has, well, not the goal, but you know, it's a bit more.
The goalpost change, yeah. I mean, look, from our perspective, the key thing has been in all this discussion to really ground it in what's in the customer's best interests. And from Macquarie's perspective, we've been really forthright about this, not just recently post the Royal Commission recommendations, but all throughout last year, really clear that the broker channel is in the best interest of customers for 3 reasons. Firstly, the brokers give customers choice. Access to lenders that they otherwise wouldn't get access to, like ourselves. And secondly, brokers have put downward pressure on borrowing rates for customers to the tune of 250 basis points over the last 15 years or so. So that's real value to customers. And then thirdly, brokers provide a really valuable service to customers because they help them navigate a really difficult process for many borrowers, particularly as lending standards are becoming tighter and expense verification is becoming more onerous. It's a really valuable service. So for all those reasons, I think the broker channel, in our view, is really fundamentally in the best interest of customers. And our CEO was really clear about that in his testimony to the Royal Commission last year. And our new CEO, in an operational briefing earlier this year, came out strongly in public saying that the broker channel adds value to customers. So we've been really clear on that throughout. And I think focusing on the customer interest is what's really important.
Yeah, and 6 out of 10 customers are coming to prefer
broker.
As
you say, exactly. Yeah. Customers are voting with their feet.
Exactly. So can I ask then, you know, what would be Macquarie's position on the RC recommendations so far?
Sure. I mean, as I said, it's been a roller coaster, and I think probably there's a bit more change at this point. We're pleased that the borrower pays model is sort of off the table.
I think a lot of the audience can agree with that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, we felt that that wasn't a good way to go down, a good path to go down, because we think in practice it'll be almost impossible to get a level playing field between brokers and branch. So we're happy that that's off the table. I think at this point it does seem inevitable that we're going to have an upfront only commission model and no trail commission model.
That actual figure though is still up for negotiating, obviously, because nothing's really
not settled.
Yet.
I think the key thing there, from our perspective, is that brokers are fully and fairly rewarded for the work they do, so that aggregate broker remuneration is maintained at current levels, so that we have the strong and viable broker channel. That's the critical outcome from our perspective. And then in terms of the other recommendations from the Royal Commission, I think it's also inevitable we're going to get a best interest duty. Again, from our perspective, that's really consistent with what brokers already do. We think brokers already act in the best interest of customers. So as long as it's drafted properly, we don't think that should be too much of a problem.
Fantastic. So then I'm now, my next question is actually directed at what you guys are doing.
Yes.
Now, in the community, we saw a post a couple of months ago, obviously, with regards to you guys announcing you're withdrawing from the white label channel.
Yeah.
Well, not channel, sorry, white label product.
Yeah, white label offering, that's right.
So basically, I'm just saying, you know, a few brokers might be concerned.
Yeah,
so is there anything
concerned
about?
Yeah. Well, let me give you an assurance. There's nothing about Macquarie stepping back from the broker channel. If anything, we're investing more heavily in the broker channel. The decision to withdraw new issuance of white label product was really just reflecting what we were seeing in the marketplace. Our Macquarie branded volumes were growing strongly and have been for the last couple of years since we've started to advertise the Macquarie branded product. And at the same time, our white label branded offerings were declining. And so when we made that decision at the end of last year, our white label volumes had been declining every month, and they were way less than 10% of our flow, while our Macquarie volume had been growing strongly. So we just made the decision to focus our efforts on making sure the Macquarie branded experience is the best it possibly can be. Of course, anyone who has a customer with an existing white label product will continue to service that customer fully. It'll be no change for customers who've already got a product like that.
So is that sort of like, I suppose we could call it the sentiment where with the general public that Macquarie mortgages is actually something that's not just for the wealthy? I'm only saying that because one of my neighbours actually has a Macquarie mortgage.
Oh, good.
I didn't actually know that, and it was just only because we were having a barbecue, as you do, during the summer, and they showed me your app.
Oh, great.
I didn't even know that you guys had an app, which is great. You took a photo of the receipts and so forth.
It's a fantastic app. So we've won numerous awards for our digital banking offering, including the best digital bank in Australia. Yeah, we're really proud of it. So I'm pleased your neighbours out there advocating for us, and many others are as well. So you touched on a few things there, Dien. You said that the Macquarie brand is sometimes perceived as just for affluent customers, and I think that has been a problem historically, is that our brand has maybe not felt like it was accessible to customers, but I don't think that's the case now, and that's the result of the advertising that we've been doing over the last couple of years, really making the Macquarie brand accessible to customers, and promoting the fact that we also have a retail offering that's available to everyone in the marketplace who wants to bank digitally, and so we are a branchless bank. We focus on our digital offerings, and they are awesome, as you say. Our app has a whole range of our mobile app has a whole range of groundbreaking features. Take a photo of the receipt, upload it to the system, categorize your spending, add notation, search with natural language, and we keep coming out with new features. Our latest one I'm really proud of is Marketplace, where customers can seamlessly buy gift cards for up to a 10% discount for all of their spending. So some brokers have caught on to this as well, and talk about this as a value add proposition to their customers and recommending Macquarie. Okay,
fantastic. Now then, we're running short on time, so I'm going to ask you, I suppose, a question which is pretty relevant right now. So we've seen a lot of second-tier lenders, going on social media posting, we support the brokers.
Yes.
But brokers on my community have basically said, what are you doing to support the brokers?
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Well, first of all, Dan, I'm going to say that you mentioned sort of second-tier lenders. Well, we actually like to see ourselves as a tier one lender.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is customers get a tier one experience when they deal with us because of all that digital offering that I was talking about before. And not just the digital offering as customers, but also the experience they have in onboarding to Macquarie, where we've really invested heavily in dramatically improving the time to formal. And we publish that every week. On a Monday, we send out an email to all of our broker network giving our approval times.
So could I just add there, I'm not one of your brokers, so I don't actually get that email. But I have, since we started the page in February 2016, we get organic posts from brokers all over Australia going, hey, I've got a quick approval from Macquarie. Where this is, we've had other not so nice comments about your competitors. So the quickness to approval, obviously because the broker's done the right thing, helps the broker look good, actually.
Well, we're thrilled when we see those posts, so thank you to anyone in your group who's posted a great experience with us in terms of getting a fast time to formal approval. So the average now for applications that come to us with all supporting documents, the average time to formal now is a day, and the top 20% are getting approved in under 4 hours. And obviously that's a really fantastic experience, and we love it when people post about those great experiences they have. And as you say, that's the result of a great partnership between our awesome BDMs and their brokers, and making sure the submission's good, because that drives the client experience.
Segue back, awesome BDMs.
Exactly.
Awesome now BDMs, I was at the I was in the Better Business Awards last night in Victoria. Shout out to Eliza.
Oh yeah, fantastic! Congratulations, Eliza.
Now,
awesome
Eliza was my BDM when I was a broker for a very short moment in time, and she's good job, mate. Congratulations on that.
Yeah, well, Eliza's just joined Macquarie, so welcome, Eliza. We're thrilled to have you on the team. You asked me, so what are we doing? Because people are saying that other banks are commenting on social media about the broker channel, and hopefully everyone's seen this now. We're out there loud and proud supporting the broker channel. We have a nationwide advertising campaign where we advertise the Macquarie Home Loan, and then we say, speak to your local broker. And we've got real people in the campaign as well.
I was going to say, I saw that.
Yeah.
Now, I saw that last year before the Royal Commission had actually
Exactly.
So
this wasn't just a response to the Royal Commission. We started this in Queensland, and so it went live.
That picture got 376 likes, I think.
Yeah,
so
well, we were
amazing.
thrilled. So someone who attended our launch for that campaign took a selfie of themselves next to the photograph, and then posted that. And so look, if anyone else wants to do that as well in your group, we'd love them to take a photo of themselves next to our ads, promoting the broker channel and promoting the Macquarie Home Loan. And if you do that, please just remember to mention us, hashtag @MacquarieBank, and so we can thank you for your support. But we're out there with this nationwide campaign, advertising the Macquarie Home Loan with real customers and a real broker. So Francis Raymond, he's got a business here in Sydney, Locums Group. He's part of the Connective Network. And so Francis recommended his customers come to Macquarie, and we've got them featured in the ads. And that's part of our response to something you said earlier on, making the Macquarie brand really accessible to people, so they understand that we can be their bank as well.
Yeah. So Francis must be pretty happy with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think he realised that his face was going to be plastered all across the country, but nevertheless, I think it's a great photo of him, so he's happy.
Yeah. No, that's great to hear. So it's basically call your broker.
That's right, call your broker. That's right, call your local broker, and so that's in big format billboards. It's also on bus stops and other digital advertising around the country. And of course, if anyone wants to share that, we'll make the digital images available on your feed, and then anyone can share them with their social networks if they want to do that as well. Okay. So these are some of the ways that we're out there really putting our money where our mouth is. We're not just talking about our support for the broker channel, we're actually doing it. We're doing that in the advertising, but we're also doing it, as I said, in the investment we've made in getting an awesome client experience, being onboarded to Macquarie, and an awesome client experience once the client is a customer of Macquarie. Because of course what your brokers want is they want to have a great experience onboarding the customer, but then they want the customer to be really happy on an ongoing basis as well. And so we're delighted with the feedback that we're getting, that people love the app, including your neighbour. Yep,
no, definitely loves it, and I didn't actually realise it. Plus, I was going to Europe at the time too. So it was like, I didn't actually know all those features, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, well, one of the features we have is for our transaction account, we have no international fees. So, and that's a great feature. In fact, that product has won the best travel card as well. Yep. So no, we're thrilled with that feature, and we get a lot of positive feedback about that as well. And the other thing there for people who travel a lot is we have these push alerts. A few others have that now as well, but we were the first to market with the push alerts, and it shows the currency rate that it's been converted at. So it's really valuable for people while they're overseas.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, Ben, thank you so much for
I'm thrilled to be on your show, Dien. Thanks for having me here.
Thank you for letting...
Thanks for coming to the studio. Yeah, we've said you can use it for other other interviews as well if you'd like to.
That's fantastic, thank you.
Yeah.
But apart from that, guys, thank you for tuning in today. As always, I'm hoping that many of you will get phone calls and emails this weekend saying, hey, I've won adoption. Okay, so business as usual, please. Coming Monday, we're going to cut down a bit more in terms of Royal Commission stuff on Finance Coffee. We're going to try and move it back a little bit more with regards to what the original intent of the page was for, which was to help each other out with scenarios and so forth. I'm not saying that I'm going to delete everything, but I'm just saying that let's be a bit more calm. There's a lot of work going on. It is week 3, and a lot of progress has been done since week 1. So that's pretty much it for me. thank you for joining us. Thank you, Ben.
Dien, thanks for having me on board, and thanks for everyone who took the time to watch this afternoon.
Yep, and have fun. Bye-bye, guys.